It's like, okay, we're going to jump right into this then. Okay,
Let's
so it's exactly that. Yeah. Hey, welcome everyone to the call. So this is our first call, which is going to be operational on our brand new World Game Mentors Circle, where we have 112 members already who've joined in the last week. And I have got on the line with me Michelle and Jess and Suraj and Danny, where we are going to be sharing exactly what we are doing in the coming weeks and how we have brought together all of the activities for our events that we're running together with all of the activity that we're doing with all of our mentors and our partners, because we have got the World Game coming up where we are going to be tracking everything that's going on from event to event, and also at the same time, best practices for all of our mentors or the people that are on the World Game to know how is the best way for you to do digital marketing, what's the best way for you to go out there and actually build partnerships, what's the best way to actually generate interest and sales, deliver prospects, and then all the way through to delivering value, right? So all of that is going to happen on a week-by-week basis every Monday for 30 minutes. And we're going to be inviting different people to come and actually chat on whatever is the things that they're up to as we go through as well. So on the last call, we had some technical challenges last week, and we did go through the whole concept of what we're going to be doing and where the real opportunities are for everyone and that everyone can be taking. But I think we had some challenges, so not everyone got to see that video. So I'm going to go through just a quick recap on some of those things we went through. And then off the back of that, I'm going to get Michelle to share a little bit. We're going to hear from Jess when we're going to share a bit about where we are with Perth and Melbourne, which are both coming up over the next 2 weeks as well, and the time frame of everything that we're actually doing off the back of this as well. So let me start first of all by just sharing my screen. And on my screen here, you will see that we have got, first of all, the circle, and you'll see our new design for our circle at the moment, which continues to evolve for the World Game Mentors, where if you're on this, you'll be playing this and you'll be seeing me at the moment. And you can post a message down here to say that you're actually here at the moment, if you're here as well, which would be awesome. So we can actually see comments as we go. And then let me share a couple of different slides. Some of these I shared last week. Some of these I'm going to share in a different way this week, where I went through how we have already got we've got already like 300 plus people coming on board playing the game, and it's before we've actually done the main launch yet. We're sending out the emails now for people to go and become part of the pre-launch. And everything here is about giving us all an opportunity to be able to maximizing our income and impact as we go. And there's been a lot of updates in the last week, which I'm about to share with you, that you're going to get an overview for as well. So if you're brand new into this circle and hearing about this for the first time, what we are doing is making it really simple and easy for everyone to work collectively together in whatever city or whatever country you're in. And you're going to hear an update on that as well, because we've got a lot of new cities that are actually showing up wanting to be part of this game right now, where we can actually be looking to 10 times our impact and 10 times our income at the same time. And I'm going to be sharing with you how we're going to be aiming to be getting people from all over the world to be playing between the 10th of June and the 10th of December, which is basically the timing, which gives us 6 months exactly up until the 70th anniversary of United Nations Human Rights, which happens on the 10th of December. Many of you have heard me talk about the World Game. I've talked about it at all the different events we've been at. I've talked about like the inspiration of Buckminster Fuller, who talked about only when we actually have a game that we all want to play, which is fun, which is collaborative, we want to play together. And this is now all focused around the United Nations global goals and our ability to now, for the first time, really by using technology, using GeniusU, collectively work together towards the game as well. And why would you join it? Well, you join it because you're going to be able to 10 times your income, 10 times your impact. I just did all of the micro degree building on all the videos just this last weekend, together with Shane here at Vision Villas, where we basically have got a really awesome 14-day micro degree that we're launching on the 10th of June that you're all going to get for free, that allows you every single day to say exactly how do you go up the impact meter, what the steps are, and how to use GeniusU to actually track your giving, as well as the earnings that you're making as well. So we're setting everything up in a way that allows us to be able to compete with each other, having rankings by city, by circle. So you're going to be able to see this every single day, looking at your mobile phone, seeing basically the results as we go. And also the collaboration side, it gives us a really good reason to get connected to other people. Say, hey, we're both working on the environment, or we're both working on health. Let's work together, right? And actually find the right partnerships so that you're not actually trying to go out there and build your success on your own. This is where it gets kind of interesting. We are going to be tracking all Genius dollars and all giving impacts as well. You're going to see over the coming weeks here on GeniusU some really big developments that are going to be happening. So even like today, if you go to something like, let's say, for example, the store just got launched where you've got a number of different products, for example, you're going to see all of the B1G1 causes. You're going to be able to choose the one which is the right one for you. At any time, you can come in and actually, like make 10 impacts, make 100 impacts, have it all go directly onto your dashboard. So that on your dashboard, as well as it having the tracking of what are your learning progress, what your Genius connections, you can see I'm on a Monday, so I'm just starting back to 0 again. It resets every week, but you're going to see that already on things like Genius Dollars and Giving Impacts. You're going to be tracking that as we go as well, but we're going to be tracking it across the board for everyone at the same time as well. So we're going to see all that too, and we're going to actually have all it in such a way that when you actually go, whether it's to the profile, and you see that you've actually got the badge for playing the world game, that's going to be on here, so you can see who's playing the world game, who's not. And if you actually go to all the different mentors, you're going to be able to see which mentors are playing the game and which ones aren't as well. So there might be some mentors who decide not to play the game, but the ones who do, you better see who they are, and you better see how they're tracking and what are the circles they're part of. And let's say, for example, someone like Terry, by coming in and playing the game, she has 4 different circles. She will then be able to see at every one of those circles, all of the results of all the people playing the game, and those will be collated within each one of those as well. And you then see a total for Terry as a mentor of all those circles as to how much she's actually generating in terms of impacts and in terms of income across all of her circles, right? So each of you as mentors, you're already getting that ability to do that, which means getting set up for circles is like a really, really big part of this. That's going to be one of the actions at the end of this call. There are a whole bunch of different circles in here where no one's currently owning them. Like, let's take this one here, Dynamo Genius. Dynamo Genius, anything that where you see that there is currently a genie who's looking after it. Like you can see here, the circle leader is Genie. Well, we don't want Genie to be the circle leader. We want it to be some of our mentors. So if you're a Dynamo and you say, well, I wouldn't mind actually managing this one, which means I can actually be tracking my giving based on all the people that are in Dynamo. I want to be posting things on a regular basis here as well. And I'm happy to do that. I mean, have a look when we go over to the members here. You can look at the members here and you can see that under the members, and the reason it's taking a while is because there's so many people in here, we've got a total of like 252 people who I already am directly connected with, who are Dynamos. We've got a total of 4,652 people that are all Dynamos that I'm not yet connected to, and they're all part of this circle. So you've got a total of over 4,900 people who are in this circle and no one's looking after them. So we really want this to be a way that each of you can be saying, well, I'll step up and actually manage a circle. And it could be something like this. It could be actually a purpose stream. We have a lot of the purpose ones already that people are looking after. So if you go to something like Good Health and Wellbeing, you've got quite a number of people that already run their health businesses who already stepped up earlier to be a part of this. You can see here the circle leaders that are all in here that are actually a part of this already. And so you can actually say, well, I'd like to actually join as a circle leader and start contributing in here. You can see how busy it starts to get when you've got different circle leaders on board, and then it gives other people a chance to come on board as well. But basically all of this is about us actually being able to keep score by income, Genius Dollars being earned. We are actually launching Genius Dollars across everything. So right now you're getting Genius Dollars for just showing up every day. You'll get Genius Dollars for posting. You'll get Genius Dollars for any commissions you earn. You'll get Genius Dollars for basically, giving people testimonials. And all of that then actually adds into the Genius Bank, where over the year, we're building this into a digital currency, which means by next year, you can start trading those Genius Dollars. And in the second round of the World Game in 2019, we'll be using Genius Dollars to actually transact with each other as well, which is super exciting. We're going to beat Facebook to it. You might have seen that Facebook's building their own currency as well. So that's all happening. And Giving Impacts, we want to get to 10 million Giving Impacts within this 6-month period, which I don't think is going to be a problem at all because there's so many people already stepping in wanting to play. So I'm not going to go through all the rules of the game, but they all are here because we're going to actually roll this out over the coming weeks. So what I am going to do is I'm going to give you the time frame on all this right now. Because all of this, which is that when we launch on the 10th of June, which is still like a month away, when we launch, we're going to actually have our 10 times your impact micro degree, which then sets up basically your profile, your dashboard, your stream, getting you onto the right Giving Impacts, and at the same time, getting yourself into all the right city circles as well. And you can actually do it at a member level, which means it's free. I actually, in one of the videos that I did on the micro degree, I likened the difference of a member to a leader to a mentor. I kind of said, well, imagine that you were the World Cup, right? Then the members like the players. They're the ones on the pitch that are actually playing the game. The leader's like the captain. It's the captain of the team. It's the one who says, look, I actually want to set up my own private circles or my own private events. So you got the players, you got the captain, and then you've got the coach. And the coach is the one that's actually showing people how to play the game. So all the mentors, which is everyone on this call, you're already at a point where you actually get a whole bunch of privileges no one else gets. And then the partners, obviously the team managers, right? Like they're the ones that actually then have got like multiple coaches, multiple captains that they're actually then managing across the board. And we're actually making it easier and simpler for people to really understand how to step up at every level as well. So we also have got new pages coming up, which actually show you what the pathways look like, how you can actually play at every one of the levels as well. And this I shared on the last call, where depending on how much supplemental income you want to make, you know, if you're like, well, I want to make a couple of thousand extra per month, well, then go from basically, you know, someone who's just an affiliate to just be one of our mentors. Many of you, I mean, you obviously all are already, right? So you might be a flow consultant, you might be part of the Entrepreneur Resorts, you know, like a mentor community. You might be one of the B1G1 mentors, or for Genius School, or for Health Dynamics. And so each of these are growing as we go. And everything in the gray box here is what our vision is for every city. That within a city, we'll have someone that can help someone on their health, someone that can help someone on the Genius School side. And so we're going to be combining more and more people at city level as we go as well. You'll notice that right now, within the different events, we already have got lots and lots and lots of events by different city. So when you actually are in here, you'll see all the different people who are running different events. Like here is Durban at the moment, that's being run. Here's Perth, Melbourne. We've got online things that are happening. Here's Warsaw, Lake Tahoe. These are all different things that are happening right now in May and June. And so you're going to see more and more of these actually be launched here, where each one of these also has their own city circle as well. And the reason that's really, really valuable is that we are now organizing all the city circles by the geography we actually have got. You know, we know how many people are in each every city as well. So if I go basically into something like, you know, all the different circles that are out there, for example, and I say, well, you know, I'm interested in actually finding out, is there a circle for London, for example, right? So I can come into here under the circles. And at the moment, what happens is it's only the people that have actually set up circles in a particular city. So there's London, for example, right? So I can go for London, I can search, and it will give me all the ones that are linked to London. So like this is one that's linked to London, Blockchain Accelerator linked to London. Here's the London City Circle, which is set up for London. And then there's others in here as well. And if I view this one, you'll see that at the moment, it's just the people that have actually stepped up to join this. But we're going to be able to actually find all the people who are around London and say, hey, would you like to come and actually join this one that's on here at the moment? And you can see at the moment, Gloria Austin is the city leader here, and she's looking after London. And we're now having people actually step up to be city leaders all around the world, where they don't all have to run events to begin with. They might just be looking after the city circle, but then London, by it becoming part of the world game, you'll see just how many impacts, how much earnings, and then you'll be able to see it on the rankings as well. So you're going to be able to see which are the cities that are really kind of like taking off, and you might be in a city that doesn't have a city leader right now, and decide, right, that's it, I'm going to actually step up at the city leader level as well. So think about which of the circles you'd like to be part of, because by next Monday, we're going to give you a way that you can actually tell us which is the city that you actually want to be leading, or more importantly, which are the circles you want to be leading, so that we can then actually already assign you a circle before we get everyone else coming on board on the game, right? Because we're actually going out later this week with that, where everyone's then going to know about that too. And if you decide it's like, hey, you know what, I actually want me, Roger, to come to your city, we now have got cities in America, a lot of cities in America now, actually, cities in Europe that already are planning for 2019. So if you're thinking, well, you know what, I want to be considered for that, that's where Jess comes in, where she's actually organizing all the different people that actually want to run events. And that's like another big part of where we want to be going as well. And the fun thing on this is the master trainer. The master trainers are the people who are our speakers, because it won't just be me going out speaking. We'll have speakers that are trained up to actually be able to host events, run the events. We'll teach you how to actually give great value from an event. The way that we do our events will give you ability to be able to actually learn how to like sell from stage, and at the same time run a whole series of programs together with working with Taru, which is Raka's company, which already is doing corporate programs that is using Talent Dynamics throughout Europe, right? So some really super exciting like next steps for those who decide to step up to that. And I know a lot of you have seen that already by what we actually shared on the last call, where we said, hey, look, if you actually are at a point where you're looking to actually book in for one of these things and actually just discuss it, then we actually gave you the link to the page, which was our pre-launch page, which is this one here. And many of you have filled this out already, which is how you got here. But now you're hearing more about what these different steps are and why we're doing them. Then it might be worth you actually just jumping in and saying, well, I do actually want to go for a city, or I do actually want to go for, master trainer, and just tick on whichever one you're interested in. Even if you fill in once, you can still fill in again, so we actually know what you're most interested in, and then we can actually track it. Just to give you an idea of the kind of interest that we're getting at the moment, if I was to go just to the people we've gone out to at the moment, who are the mentors, here's an example right now, like, and these are just the pre-registrations, just without us really going out to that large an audience at all. And you'll see in here where we can like see just what kind of cities people are stepping up into or what they're interested in. We've got basically cities all around the world, and in many cases, multiple people interested in a city, which means they can actually form a team within the city or even run different events within the same city as well. So we can actually run it both ways. But I'm obviously slow at the moment, so I'm going to come back to that. Okay, and final thing I want to share before I kind of like come over to Michelle is that this here is the micro degree that we're running. So every single day, we're going to go for 14 days over 2 weeks from the 10th to the 24th of June, where we're going to be launching a new step of the micro degree. We're all going to be jumping in there together. We're going to see what the steps are to take, and we're going to be setting ourselves up to ensure that we actually get some really, really great learning on how to go about 10 timesing our income and our impact as well. And we're going to be using the impact meter and the whole concept of impact dynamics within this as we go as well. So some whole new content that you're going to be hearing, and I definitely recommend you come onto it and you invite as many people as you think should be part of this to come and join you on this as well. Time frame, here's where we are right now. We are between the 30th of April and 13th of May, which is like right now, which is when we're actually going out to you, our mentor community. And now this coming week, we are going to be going out registering for everyone out there who wants to come in and get the micro degree for free and get our first 7,000 people on board. And then by the 10th of June, that's when we actually launch the micro degree. We're going to go for 14 days at that point. Anyone you invite in with your URL, like with your affiliate code, obviously those people that are coming in are all under you as well, which means if they decide in the future they want to buy things, they want to invest in themselves, well, then you actually get a return on that as well. So this is more than just inviting people for an event. This is now bringing people on board to be part of the whole world game, which is where it gets super duper exciting in terms of what we're doing and the way we're going to be doing it. And then we're going to after the 14 days, we're going to have 6 months to play the game, where every single week we are going to be having a leaderboard. We're going to be sharing with you how we're doing. You're going to see basically you're part of a massive movement with people all around the world making an impact in the 17 United Nations Global Goals. And then at the end of each month, we're going to be giving away over $10,000 of prizes to the best city, to the best mentor circle, to the best United Nations Global Goals that people are actually managing and being a part of. And we're going to like really see this kind of like continue to grow momentum, where people can continue to join the game even through these 6 months, all the way up to 10th of December. We also have got the Buy One Give One annual conference, which I'll be at in Singapore, and also the Master Trainer training and the Performance Consultant training, all happening in the second week of July, and that's all going to happen in Bali as well. So that, in a nutshell, is some of the key things that I just wanted to share. We're super excited that we're putting a lot of effort to actually upgrade everything on Genius U and also the micro degrees to get to that same place. And on these calls, after this call today, which is the information call and the setup call, from next week, we're going to be going through tools every time. So next week's going to be about what's the first steps to build your community. Even before you're trying to market, make sales, how do you actually just build your first community of 1,000 people? And we're going to be using the fact that we've got the circles to actually do that, right? So you can actually use the circles and actually go through the steps we're going to give you next week on building your community to your first 1,000, and then beyond that. And everyone can then follow along, and we can be actually going through these learning steps together as we are all playing the game. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a moment, and I'm going to give Michelle. Oh, wait! Just before I do it, look what just showed. Okay, hang on. I was about to jump into you, but look, I just got here on my screen. Oh, I've lost you. Are you still there? You are. Yes. Okay.
I'm here.
Okay. All right. Hang on. I just wanted to share this. Wait a second. Okay. So what I wanted to share was this, which was what I was saying earlier, of all the different people that are actually coming on board, interested in different things. It's really exciting because, like, we've got Genius School, for example, where we've got all these different people that are interested already in the Genius School, where we can see all these different people and they've all said yes, they're interested in Genius School. You can see under city leadership, we've got all these different people that actually are interested in running a city, and we've got everything from Wellington to Washington, D.C., Warsaw, Vilnius, places I have never even heard of: Bador, Dara, Ulaanbaatar, Tunbridge Wells, all of that.
You haven't heard of Tunbridge Wells?
Yeah, St. Petersburg or Osaka. That's an interesting one. And so it goes on. What's really exciting about this is there's lots of different cities around the world that you might want to do business with, which we're now actually going to be having a community starting to be built within that city as well as we're growing this, which is really, really super exciting. Yeah, lots of people in Manchester, London, places like that. So yeah, so with that being said, I am now going to come over to you, Michelle, and I'd love for you to just share from your perspective the key things everyone should know about.
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon. Welcome to the World Game Call for Mentors. This is super awesome. And this call is just going to grow and grow and grow every week, because I think we're going to pretty much have the majority of our mentors playing the World Game, which is going to be pretty cool. So as Roger said, and Roger, you said it was a month till the launch. It's actually 3 weeks on Sunday. So I know it feels like a month because it's the 14th of May, but actually it's not that long. So we're getting closer and closer to the launch of the World Game, which is super exciting. I can see everyone's starting to put some comments in here. So go ahead and put your questions in here. We're going to come back to your questions as well. I can see there's a couple of questions already coming through. Put those in there. We'll come back to them. As Roger said, we've got over 300 people already elected to play the game. And there's 113 mentors that have gone ahead and joined the World Game for Mentors Circle. There's another circle, which is just called the World Game. You actually can join both. So the World Game is for everybody. And the World Game for Mentors is just for mentors. And that means you guys actually get to come on this Monday call every week where we're going to give you the training on how to 10x your business and how to 10x your impact. So it's like an extra special super bonus with Roger and all the team. So different people will be sharing each week on things that we're doing and strategies and successes that we're seeing from mentors as well, and sharing their stories and getting them to come and share as they go along as well. But go ahead and join the World Game. So you can find that one here. I'll just post that in, I'll post that one here so that you can see that straight from this chat here as well. There you go. So if I put that there, let me just do a little refresh on that page first of all, and you can go ahead and join the World Game page as well. Oops, there we go. Paste there. So go ahead and join that circle as well. So join the World Game as well as the World Game for Mentors, because you're going to find all of the 7,000 people who come and play the World Game will be in this circle, but the small group, which will be for mentors, will be in our mentor circle. We're expecting 2,000 people to join the game this week. So please, as Roger said, be out there sharing the World Game, and you can use this page to share with them. So share with them to come and join the World Game, or alternatively, you can just share the World Game circle here. If you actually share this circle and you use your Genius U affiliate link, then as Roger said, they're going to be tracked underneath you if they decide to step up and do anything while they're playing the World Game. But do share this as much as possible and get all your friends, all your clients, and all of your team members to come and join the World Game with you as well. Everybody who plays is going to get their profile badge so we can see who's playing the game and we can see the impact that they're having as well. The Master Trainer, we're getting lots of people coming through wanting to be Master Trainer for the workshop that Roger was sharing in July. We've got the Master Trainer plus Performance Consultant workshop happening at the same time. So if you're already coming to Performance Consultant training, definitely book a call with the team to find out about the Master Trainer and vice versa. But we're only looking for 20 people to do the Master Trainer training. And we do have a lot of people who've been applying saying that they're really super keen at being at that level. And those people that come on board to be a Master Trainer can be expecting to earn about 150K a year of additional revenues by going to all those different events and getting paid commissions, plus generating revenues by selling your own programs and products as well. So it's a really, really super high level, but we want to get the right people to come to that training as well. Here is, oh, I've gone too far. In the Genius, here you go, in the Genius U World Game, you're going to see there's an event which I posted in here last week. This is the World Game Conference. So I'd love you all to diarize this as well. This is the World Game Conference, and it is October the 26th and 27th. So it's a 2-day event. You can see I'm going. There's a few people said they're going already. And this is the halfway point of the World Game. So the World Game we're playing in 2018, which starts on the 10th of June, runs through to the 10th of December. This is going to be our halfway point where we're going to check in how everyone's doing. Are we on track to hit all of our targets for 2018? Are you on track to be 10xing your business and 10xing your impacts as well? We're capping this conference at 100 people. So that's not a lot of people. The Genius U conference we just had in South Africa, we had 60 people. So it's not going to take us long to get 100 people coming. You do have to be in the World Game to play it. So you have to be elected to play the game to come to the conference. It backs onto our Wealth Dynamics Masters program as well, which we run from the 29th of October to the 4th of November. So if you're already coming out to Wealth Dynamics Masters, definitely come and join us for the World Game Conference as well. And over those 2 days, we're going to have Paul Dunn there. We're going to have all of our leadership team there as well. And we'll be sharing all the success stories that we've been seeing happening throughout the 3 months and sharing how do you actually 10x your company in the next 3 months? What do you need to do to really make sure that you're winning the world game in your circle and as an individual? And also,
I think we've lost Michelle.
Did we lose Michelle? Jess, you're there.
Michelle, mid-sentence, disappeared.
Wow. Okay. Well, on that fun note, okay. So, yes, Michelle to come back. Do you want to just share with everyone, because we're on the whole topic of events, just what we've got coming up in terms of events from now through to the actual launch of the World Game, which is going to happen in Brisbane, not too far in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, everyone. And I just wanted to say thank you to all of the event partners who have gone from Zoom across to Google Hangouts. So much appreciated for going off onto this new platform. Yeah, well, we've got Perth coming up this Thursday, so only a couple of days away, which we're super excited about. We were actually a little bit worried about numbers for Perth, but now we're sitting nice and pretty, which is great. We've got nearly 200 registered, so with 70% turn up, which is normally what we schedule for. We've got 135 in the room, which is fantastic. All the logistics are set up. We've got some fabulous partners on board, and Roger highlights all of those partners at the event, plus they're in the booklet, plus they've got marketing prior to the event as well. And Melbourne's looking around the same. We've got over 200 registered in for Melbourne, which is the following Tuesday. And I do just want to give a shout out to a couple of our event partners that we've got on board in no particular order. So for Perth, Mark Pinto, Tracy Eaton, Stefanandos, Lee Farnell, and Melbourne, Sarah Taylor, Julie Jara, Sonia Sorich, Jordan Chenery, Stephanie Beitzel, Alison Retnall, and Melanie Collings. So thank you to all our partners for joining us. Then we've got Brisbane the following week. So as Michelle was saying, Brisbane is not that far away. And regards to anyone who's looking to come on board as an event or as an event host and actually run their own events, we are locking in the 2019 calendar now. And as Roger was saying, we've got San Diego locked in, Manchester locked in, Paris locked in. So it's looking forward to a great next year as well. I'm very excited about going to Paris anyway.
I'm back.
Right, awesome. Okay.
Back to you, Michelle.
Yes, back to you, Michelle. You're back.
I'll just be careful with my screen sharing. So I was saying about the conference. Did everyone hear me talking about the conference and the booking into the conference?
Yes,
yeah,
totally.
You all got that. Okay, so I've posted that there. So definitely let us know if you're coming on to the conference. We'd love to see you there. And particularly if you're coming to Wealth Dynamics Masters, it's a really good opportunity to be at that conference with all of us as well. We did get a stack of new city leaders on board this week. So as you saw when Roger was showing the report there, we had a lot of people applying to be city leaders. Nicola Grace is taking on Costa Rica. Gloria Austin is now taking over London. We've got Charles Davis, Colina Roach, quite a few people stepping up to now take on cities. And everybody who's applied for a city, Kathleen is reaching out to you all personally. So check your inboxes for an email from Kathleen. She's booking in a call, making sure that it's the right thing for you to be doing, and checking that you're at the right level to be a city leader, and then finding out what it is you want to deliver. Do you want to run those events every month, or are you wanting to just look after the circle until it grows big enough to start running events? And then we're going to be doing a launch for all the city leaders at the end of May, where we're going to take you through all the induction and onboarding so you get ready and set up to start playing the game from June the 10th as well. So I think that's it on the updates from my side, but please be sharing, get everybody to join the World Game as well. And we've got some questions in here as well, Roger. I'm just going to quickly check these ones here. A couple of people are saying, what if you're already on B1G1? That's a great question. So Roger, if someone's already a B1G1 member, they're already contributing, what would you say?
Yeah, so what we've actually done with Porno Masami, which is pretty exciting, is found a way to actually be able to take all of the top causes recommended for each of the different 17 United Nations global goals and link it in with GeniusU. Now, the one thing that at the moment it needs to be done is a full sync, which means that everything is exactly working side by side. What they've said is, what we'll do for everyone playing the game is for the first like 2 to 3 months, as they're getting the sync all set up, we will be tracking everything on GeniusU. So you might have your own account of B1G1, but you can track everything on GeniusU that you contribute through GeniusU. We pass all of that on to, every week we're passing that on to B1G1 so that they're updating all their stats as well. But it's not a full like real-time sync at this point as we're doing that. However, as we do, your numbers are all then getting tracked on GeniusU, and then when we do the sync, all those numbers will then get synced with your account on B1G1 as well. Like 2 or 3 months, you'll see that your givings on GeniusU is some, but then when we actually sync it all up, then you're going to see it all on G1, and you're also going to see what you did through the World Game. So the World Game will be there. So maybe you've done like 6 years worth of stuff, and now you've got the World Game side there, and then it also shows up on your account too. So it'll end up syncing, but for the first couple of months, it will be something where by playing the game, you'll have your numbers separate on our system. And we'll explain that in more detail. Are you there, Michelle?
Yes.
Could you hear me?
Yes, yes. You just went a little bit, but we got you, yeah.
You got me. Okay, good. Okay, that's the main thing. All right. Well, look, we're minutes. The main action right now, 2 key actions outside of what you heard from Michelle to just get yourself basically like, booked up for that event if you're coming for it, is number 1, be thinking circles you'd really like to be able to look after. Because at the moment, there's no simple way for you to tell us what those are. We want to give you that way by next Monday so that you can then just say, right, here's the circles I'm interested in. And at the same time, do already be inviting others to come join the game. Use your code to do that, and just say, hey, here's the game. Join up, be part of it. So we can then basically see you bring well, which should be super exciting. Coming to either Perth or Melbourne, I'll be seeing you next week. So looking forward to that, and we'll be reporting on the updates on this after they've happened. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll catch up with you all later. Any other questions, just post them in the comments and we'll be able to answer them from there. All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone.